And we are live. So hello, everybody. Let's see. It's a little early. Okay, hello, everybody. Welcome to Edugo.AI webinars. So we are waiting for all of you to joining us. I am Edugo.AI Business Development Executive and also our company CEO and co-founder Giuseppe will join us very soon. He's connecting. So just let's take some time to wait for all of you to join us. So, okay, so Giuseppe is here. So, yeah. So, okay, so warm welcome again to all of you for the ones who are joining us. So here with me, there is Giuseppe, who is the company founder and CEO.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Depends on which part of the world you guys are in right now. It's a great pleasure to be here today and to host this new webinar. Actually, the topic of this webinar is really new for us, and we're going to introduce actually a new feature which is really powerful, and I believe is one of the best features that we developed so far to increase student engagement. So stay tuned. Today we have a lot of new features coming up, so I think it's really exciting.
Exactly. So in fact, before starting, let us know where are you following us. So just drop your answer in the chat box that you find at the right of your screen, and let us know where are you following us from. I'm currently speaking from Italy. I live close to Milan, while Giuseppe is in China right now.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, actually, I'm not in Shanghai, but I am in Hainan, which is actually an island in the south of China. So pretty hot weather, but it's really beautiful. Okay, so I see people from all over the world. So already Peru, Philippines, Vietnam, Boston, Michigan, US. So we have UK, so we have Asia, Europe, America, we have Serbia, Kenya, Netherlands, Mexico, Düsseldorf, Germany, from Reunion Island, wow, Udine, Italy.
Okay, wow, great.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. Wow, that's truly global. That's amazing. I'm feeling blessed that we can reach people from all over the world. That's really wonderful.
Definitely. And it's also very nice to see that we are such an international community today, meaning that the topic that we chose for today's webinar is something very interesting for all language educators all around the world. In fact, today we are gonna talk about this newest topic of flip and flop the classroom. In particular, we are going to analyze the challenge of student engagement in online language learning. Moreover, we are going to introduce you this newest concept, flip and flop the classroom, as we already said, and we are also going to show you the best tactics to maximize student engagement, both before, during, and after each live session. Then, after a session of question and answers, we will give you the possibility to try Edugo.AI solution and our technology for free. So stay tuned. And at this point, I'll ask Giuseppe to dive deep in the topic.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nicole. Really quickly, and then we can actually go deeper into today's topic. So right now in the world, there is a huge change happening because of COVID-19. Actually, there's been 1.5 billion students that has been affected by the COVID-19 crisis, which means that students actually have to transform the way they actually have been learning during this year. So from offline learning to remote learning. So which means that basically the synchronous part of the class now is not any longer in a physical classroom, but is instead in some generic video conferencing tools, such as Zoom or Microsoft Teams and so on. Therefore, actually, there's been a transformation into the way you deliver the synchronous part, but really, so far, the majority of all the pedagogy has been following the same approach of the offline learning, which means that the pedagogy is still the same, just the synchronous part is now remote. What we believe is going to be the transformation after COVID-19 is that we're going to experience a new way of learning that is going to be fully integrated to those technologies, these online tools. And so not only the synchronous part now will be in a remote setting, but also all the pedagogical approach will be based on top of those new tools, those tools that leverage digital technology and in general, but we believe that AI technology is actually the future of those tools and can be used to empower both teachers and students to achieve more. That's exactly what we want to do in our company. That's why we're really passionate about building those solutions. So during our study, during the past year, we talked with many school managers, especially like language school managers around the world. We've been doing like many interviews, and there is always a problem that is coming up. The problem in general is the student engagement. So school managers complain that actually when the students are moving from offline to remote learning, they're losing interest in the class, they are more distracted, and also the learning outcomes are lower. And this is a huge problem. And of course, now we need to have new tools in order to be equipped, in order to get the attention of those students. Since we are not any longer in a physical classroom, it becomes really difficult to create activities for them. And it's really easy for them to get distracted, right? So many times students are, in a video call, but then they are jumping on YouTube or jumping on Facebook. So it's really easy to get distracted once you're in front of a computer. So the main challenges that we experience are actually, the first one is a lack of interaction during the synchronous part. So students actually complain that actually during 1 hour long classroom, they get actually bored because there is no interaction. They just actually, facing a computer, facing a screen, and there is not so much interaction. It's almost like a lecture going on. And the second problem is also that the kind of content that schools usually create, which are like textbook, PDF, PowerPoints, all this content is great, but is not optimal for an online setting because there is lack of interaction. It's not actually, cannot compete against all those apps that are really interactive, all these experiences that students are used to have in other software. So there is really like a big gap between the content the school can deliver and actually what is the user experience that the students are used to. So we actually really work hard to discover a solution for this. Actually, over 4 years now, we've been working really hard to solve this problem of student engagement. And right now it's becoming more and more relevant. So I would like to ask you, since you guys are also professionals into the language learning industry, and I'm sure you guys have been experiencing a lot of these kind of issues and also trying to find solutions. I would like to ask you guys, what do you think you can do to improve the student engagement in online language learning? Have you tried some tools? Have you tried some techniques that you would like to share with us? We are really interested to know more. In this way, we can also have some more interaction on the two sides. We would like to know more about what is your experience in a way that we can also craft the presentation. Yeah, so, and then, I mean, if you guys have some ideas, can be anything. If you tested something or some gamification or some material that you think is has worked in order to keep the student engaged, or you guys also experience the same problem. Okay. Okay, so I think actually there's going to be, okay, so I can see now, Safa is saying, I use breakout rooms in Zoom. Okay, that's really interesting. Many people, we heard about that. Vicky Bagheri, provide personalized content to each student. Wow, that's wonderful. Encourage active learning. Deliver timely and effective feedback. Stretch and maximize learning experience. Wow. Vicky, I really agree with you. That's so interesting that you mentioned all those points, because Kathleen, hello Kathleen, nice to see you here. Breakout rooms, screen sharing, whiteboard to collaborate, polls and quizzes. Absolutely, I think like especially when you have like polls and quizzes is more interaction, so actually you get also this kind of feedback or both ways actually communication, which is really interesting. Maren saying games. I agree. Actually, gamification is really hot right now, and including games is like what actually gives really motivation to stay engaged. We use a lot of apps. Okay, so other apps such as Mentimeter, Padlet, Google Whiteboard, or yes, there are many apps that actually you can use. We use game design apps like Kahoot. Okay, Kahoot is actually doing an amazing job in terms of gamification as well. Wow, so you guys, you have a lot of comments. I can see actually many people mention different apps like Kahoot or breakout rooms, and also about personalization. So I can see actually this recurring topic is coming up. So yeah, today we're going to actually show you what we actually have discovered over the years. So there is actually this graph, right? Like on the student engagement, we figure out that actually personalization is one of the key elements that actually drives engagement. Why personalization? Because we discovered that students that get actually personalized feedback and personalized content, they find a lot of reasons to come back in the product and to engage with the product. Whereas when students actually learn language that is not relevant to what with the objective that they want to achieve in the real world, the engagement drops a lot. And so like in this graph, actually we discovered a traditional classroom, which is kind of like lecture mode, right? When the teacher is actually like just one directionally, like, introducing new concept, that is actually really low personalization because there is not this kind of like both ways interaction. Whereas we discover already that the flipping the classroom, as some of you already also mentioned, is already giving an extra layer of personalization. Why? Because flipping the classroom means that the student is actually learning the content before coming to the class. And during the class, actually, what the teacher is doing is facilitating learning and is giving like personalized feedback to the students, maybe filling those knowledge gaps that we have because actually the student maybe didn't understand, which actually is giving more interaction and more personalization, because now the teacher can actually get real information about what the student really understood. And what we're going to introduce today, which is actually like a new concept that we came up with, is actually what we call flip and flop the classroom. So not only you have this content that you actually display before the class, but after the class, actually our AI system is going to generate personalized exercises for each student, and which is adding an extra level of personalization and therefore an extra level of engagement. So let's move on, and just to give you like an overview of how it works. Actually, there is a before the class we call the flip part. It can be like a preview lesson, so the student can actually go and have some interaction with the content and can do some self-studying. Then after that, the student will jump inside the 30 minutes, just to give you like an idea on how we're using these tools, but different schools actually can use different time. Adults learner, busy professional want to learn a language. Actually, the really short live class is because it's really like they can fit in their schedule. And but what is really interesting is that since there is a flop part of the classroom, this live class can be really short, because what happens after is our AI system will process the content of the classroom, of the interaction with the teacher and student, and will generate a personalized review lesson based on content that the students really want to learn. So it's super personalized. The content is generated just specifically for that student. So maybe it's not so clear right now because actually there is a lot of stuff going on, but now we're going to show you exactly what we mean. So we're going to go step by step and actually demo to you how the platform works in all these 3 steps. And actually, for the one of you already know our platform, already saw before, stay tuned because we have a really amazing new feature today we want to show to you during the live lesson. So stay tuned because there is a really interesting new feature coming up. Okay, so the first step is actually flip. So the preview lesson. So right now we'll kindly ask Nicole to share the screen, and we actually can see this flip part in action.
Okay. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So this is an example of our platform because as we are technological providers, we completely design a platform for language learning. And we give the platform to language schools and as a white label solution. So here, for example, is one of our clients that is Hutong School. They are a Mandarin school operating both in China and all around the world. So we have customized the platform for them. So here is an example of how we customize this platform. So here you can see their teachers, their packages, the courses that they have created. So to show you how exactly this works, we are gonna jump into our own demo platform that we have created for demo purposes. So
yeah.
right now,
sorry, Nicole, I would like to add just one point is that this landing page you saw from Hutong is actually designed to acquire new students online. So the whole objective of this is like you have a landing page and now you can drive traffic to that and then convert into paying customers. We have done a webinar just talking about how to acquire language students online. So we will link up the YouTube video. So you guys, if you're interested in that topic, you can go and rewatch the video. I think can be a lot of insights about how to acquire new students.
So I will share that link in the chat as soon as I stop sharing the screen.
Yes.
So instead, right now, what you see right now is what a teacher see inside the platform. So the teacher has the possibility to both do live lesson within the platform or create lessons, as in this case. So we, for example, here have some lessons that we have already created. So in this case, I choose this topic, a grammar point, and I'm going to show you this lesson. So I'm going to play the video just a little so you have an idea of the kind of video that I uploaded on the platform.
Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at the present perfect and the past simple. Okay.
So basically what we have done here is, first of all, to create a video. So in this case, we take this video of this professor, but you can also create your own video and upload your own language content. Then we have just uploaded onto the platform, and automatically the system not only has created the transcription and giving the translation, but also has created interactive exercises like speaking, listening, reading, and vocabulary. So in this example, for example, here.
I've never been to Italy before.
Okay. So the student can have access to the full video as well as practice with the exercises. So in this case, the student can watch this just a short sentence and can practice. I've never been to Italy before. Okay. So the system has just given to me feedback about my pronunciation. And then me as a student, I can go ahead and keep practicing, both with other sentences, but also with other kind of exercises, for example. Okay.
Yeah, actually, if you stop here 1 second, I just want to mention that this exercise, for example, she has just eaten lunch. You can see that the exercise is about the grammar, and the exercise is actually taken from the context of the lesson because the lesson is a grammar lesson about this specific tenses Like the exercise is made in order to test the specific knowledge of the student. And another important part is that we're getting the data from the student. So the student is doing some mistakes during the class. Actually, this data will flow into the teacher dashboard, and so the teacher will be able to give some personalized feedback during the class because he's actually getting information from the classroom.
Okay. Exactly. So,
yeah, just another thing before we move to the second topic, to the second part, is that you guys can create these lessons super easily. So if you go here, like create a new lesson, here our system is actually using artificial intelligence to generate all this content automatically. So the example Nicole just showed is about like a long video. So you can get, for example, a video on YouTube and upload it. But also you can put audios, sentences, articles, and a bunch of other like content, which is super easy. And we will link up also another link for another webinar is how to create your content and monetize on this. Because that's the other part of our platform. We don't have the time to show you today, but it's also really interested in if you are interested more in the content creation part. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that we can go back.
Yeah, let's go back to the slides. Sure, I will go here and start presentation. Okay, so this part actually we're seeing the flip part. The flip part means like a preview, right? So you can get this lesson, for example, about this grammar point, and send it to the student, so the student can start practicing with this new language point, watch a video. I saw many of you say also like I create some videos so I can actually give to my students. That's amazing. But imagine like on top of the video you already create, you put some layers of interaction, right? So now the students can actually engage more with the video content because there is all these gamified exercises. And as I said, you can get insight about student performance. And these are actually really important before going to the video call. And so now what we do is that we are going to demo to you the live lesson part and how you can use this content during the live lesson. So Nicole, please, kindly share the screen with us again.
Okay. Can you see my screen once again?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm always inside the teacher dashboard within our platform. And here as a teacher, I can do also live lesson with my student. To do that, I can both edit my schedule and open the time. So for example, here I can decide to edit my weekly availability and let my student book a class with me. Or like as I'm going to do right now, I can start a video call instantly, right in this moment. And I'm going to share this, the link of this call to one of our students. Okay. Okay, where is that? So I'm going to ask Giorgio to jump in the call. And then I can have an instant lesson with my student. So let's just wait a few seconds that Giorgio will join us.
Webinar Jam, so we are able to see clearly.
Sorry?
We see this event, that Webinar Jam on the...
Yes, sorry.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay. So, hello, Giorgio, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but I can't see you.
Yeah, that's because I guess that there is a... Okay, let me just...
Because you're using the camera from Webinar Jam.
All right, I can see you.
Okay, great. So, first of all, as a teacher, I can start recording this class with my student, Giorgio. Then let's say that Giorgio is a student who already have studied with the lesson about simple past and present perfect that I sent to him previously. So right now what we can do is to really have a class that focus on what he really needs. So let's say that I want you, Giorgio, to focus on some sentences, And to facilitate your study, I can, for example, press this button and say the sentence. Did you go to the cinema last week?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I'm going to send you this sentence to you.
Thank you. Okay, I see in the chat.
Okay, great. So I can try with another sentence. Have you been to the cinema recently?
I wish to,
Oh,
but we are on lockdown.
okay. To the cinema. Okay. I need in this case, I can always edit the sentence. So I'm not an English native speaker, as you can see from my accent. So sometimes this can happen, but we always have the possibility to edit the sentence. So basically what has happened here that we have this function that we have the possibility to record a sentence, and immediately the system will transcribe this sentence, and I can send this to my student, and the student will receive it in the chat box. So moreover, to make this lesson a little bit more interactive, I want you, Giorgio, to practice a little more. So what I'm going to do right now is to just opening this tab, always inside the video call. And I have access to all the lessons that me as a teacher, I have previously created. Here, I can check all the kind of exercises that I want, for example, to send to my student.
Okay, I see the sentence. I've never been to Italy before, I guess. Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
Seems to be okay.
Exactly. In fact, me as a teacher, I can see your exercise. Let's try with another one. For example, be careful with this one.
She just eaten lunch. She has.
Let's try. Okay, then I can pick among all the exercises that we have. So I'm going to send you another kind of exercise, for example.
Okay, so let's link words to its English meaning. Food, I guess, is cibo. Drink is bevanda. Lunch is pranzo, and eat is mangiare.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Actually, I would like to highlight here that, you know, in the traditional Zoom call, what the teacher usually do is just sharing the screen, whereas here, actually, the student is doing interaction. So there's real-time interaction during the class, which is actually engaging a lot the students.
Exactly. And so here I can keep going, sending those exercises, and we can really go ahead practicing together and giving feedback to the student live. So I'm gonna close this call right now. So thank you, Giorgio, for for this lesson. Bye bye. Okay, and I think now we can go back.
Okay, the review is ready already. Like, it was fast. So let's go back to the slides, and then we can see now the flop part. So thank you, Nicole, for the demonstration. It was very nice. So I okay, can you guys hear me?
Okay, yes, now yes. I mean, before you were a little frozen, but now I guess it's back.
Okay, so sorry about the little interruption. So actually what we see here is that during the live lesson, actually the teacher can create and send personalized exercises, can evaluate student performance live and also have maximize engagement, because now the student actually needs to engage. So cannot go watch a YouTube video, but it needs to be there and engage directly with the content inside the video call. Now what we're going to see is actually the flop part, which is actually the really innovative part of our platform. So I will ask Nicole again to jump and actually show what our AI system already created.
Okay, can you see my screen once again?
Yes.
Okay, great. So right now, while you were speaking, I changed my login in the platform as I enter as a student, so that you can see the actual outcome of what we call the review lesson. So here we have it. This is the lesson that we just did, because it's the 26th of February at 3:24 p.m. as I'm in Italy. So here the student can see the full recording of the class that we just had, as well as have the key sentences that I just sent to Giorgio here, with the automatic translation that has been generated.
Did you go to the cinema last week?
Or you can also watch the teacher. Have you been to the cinema recently? Okay. So here you also have both the key sentences and the keywords. Moreover, the student can also open the chat and check all the interactive exercises that he did during the live session. Moreover, one thing that the student can do is practice now. So the system has automatically generated the exercise based on the content of the live lesson with the teacher. So this is where we have the part of both interactive and personalized exercise. So here the student can watch the teacher once again. Did you go to the cinema last week? And then can practice. Did you go to the cinema last week? Okay, so now, okay, you see me doing both the teacher and the student side, but you have to imagine to have here a real teacher doing this exercise. And then you can go ahead with all the other kind of exercises.
Yeah, they're generated automatically. So these actually, those kind of exercises are generated all automatically without any kind of intervention from the teacher. Of course, if the teacher would like to go and change some of those exercises and make it more customized, that's also possible. So this is actually the part of the flop side. And I would like to highlight that this actually is a really unique side of our platform, because actually the lesson is generated automatically after the call, and it's completely personalized. So in case actually the student would like to learn some specific topics or focus on specific mistakes that he's doing during the class, the teacher can really go deep and personalize the content completely to the student. And this actually, as we observe over and over, is increasing a lot of student engagement, because now the content is personalized, and therefore the student really wants to learn that content is really relevant to what is his language objective. So let's go back to the slides, and thank you so much for being with us till here. Actually, we're almost over. And we open up for question answering at the end. So to stay with us if you have any questions you can ask at the end. So what I will do now is to share again the slides. And let's go and wrap up. So about the flop, as I just said, is about like the key sentences and keywords are automatically generated. Is interactive exercises generated automatically, and this is actually really on the feedback about the performance of the student. These are our unique technology, and we build this technology over the and one thing actually would like to highlight is that we can really customize these kind of exercises according to the a screenshot from an app. This school in Shanghai told us, oh, we would like to have this exercise. We decodified, we generate for the school, And so we can do it also for you. So you just take a screenshot from Kahoot, as many of you actually mentioned today, say, oh, I would like to have this kind of little game, we can create it for you. And we can actually put it in the same framework. Actually, what is doing our technology is increasing the amount of retention that the students have in the class. Generic video conferencing tool is 5 lessons. In our platform is 15 lessons. We observed that over the years that actually the retention is much higher because the content is much more personalized. So students go back for a longer time. It's kind of like they're building their knowledge database inside our platform. So even after 1 year, they will always go back to rewatch that specific sentences that the teacher is creating for them. And this actually, higher engagement gives to your school really a lot of benefits, both in terms of revenue, because the students will convert more into paying customers, higher retention, they'll stick longer, and they will have an amazing experience, so we'll tell their friends about it. So what we'll do now, I will let Nicole actually give you the call to action, because we would like to give you this platform in your hands, so we would like you to try firsthand, so we have a proposal for you.
Yeah, our suggestion is that right now we would like you to book a free session in our demo platform. We have built a platform that is Italian.Edugo.tech. I'm going actually to share with you the link here. And it's a demo platform that we created. You can just go there and book a session with me or with Giuseppe or with Giorgio. You will find us, that we are part of the Edugo.AI team, that decided to turn into special Italian teacher just for you. This way you can experience firsthand the whole student journey and have a live session with us and see how engaging is this experience and this technology. And then during this live session, we can also discuss how to implement this solution in your classes and in your language school. So I already shared with you the link of Italian.Edugo.tech. So we'd like to speak to all of you through the platform and hope to speak to you very soon there. So you can try it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So now this is the end. Actually, we don't have any more slides. So right now, actually, what we would like to do is to do some interaction with you guys. So if you have any questions, please drop it into the chat room. We are going to read your messages and try to reply to any questions you might have. We're really looking forward to teach you some Italian. That will be really fun. So try to test it out yourself. If you want to learn some basic Italian, we can be your special teacher. We can share some really innovative tools. And I think actually if you test yourself all the experience, you can also understand how engaging can be to be a student in your school. And then actually, once you see from the student side, then it becomes really easy to understand the value of the platform.
We also open different time slots so that we can, so we try to cover all of the part of the world. So I'm sure that you can find the perfect time slot for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we have some questions. Marine is asking, what is the cost? So that's a great question. Thank you to clarify. Actually, we didn't include it in the presentation. We are sure, like we always get this question at the end. The cost of the platform is, it depends. It depends on your school. So usually we provide this software solution for language schools, which means that the school is actually have multiple students. Language School Acceleration Challenge, which means that you can enter inside this acceleration program. You can acquire new students online. And we will share also the link about the acceleration challenge, because for the people winning the challenge, you get a huge discount. And yeah, we talk about this in the last webinar. Okay, Marini say cannot hear me. Maybe it's a problem with my connection. Maybe Nicole, you can answer the question to Marini if you can hear.
Yeah, so as we were saying, we have different packages. So wrapping up what Giuseppe just said, we have different packages according to the need of your language school. Moreover, we have just launched a language school acceleration challenge in which we challenge you to adapt our technology so that you can, in just 1 month, not only completely build and set up your language school online, but also acquire at least 10 new students completely online using our technology. If you if you achieve this goal, we actually can give you a big discount on the final on the subscription fee of our platform. So I've just seen that Giorgio also shared the link about our pricing, and I'm going to share with you right now also the link about the Language School Acceleration Challenge. So.
Yeah, so Maureen, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but for teachers that are teaching independently, actually, we are working in the next few months to give access to the technology to independent teachers as well. Right now, we focus more on language schools, but we are planning to open up also to freelancers and independent teachers. So we are going to give you this information. Okay, June Wu is asking, in your pricing is 20% on top of subscription fee? Yes, if the 20% is on top of the subscription, the reason is because we have actually a lot of cost associated to running all the systems. So we need to have some kind of system that scales together with the school. And so the more students you have, the more the more cost is for us. So we need to get actually we become partners in that, and we help you to scale in that sense. So it's a scalable business model for both sides. Okay. We say it is like online course hosting like Teachable Kajabi, but specifically designed for language courses with the video feature built in. Yes, you can say that is similar to Kajabi or Teachable. The main difference is that really specific for the language learning vertical. So you have all these really specific tools, and the video call is also integrated. So it's an integrated platform basically that you can use in order to grow online. So everything can be done in the same place. It's not only about the the learning management system, but it's also about the scheduling system, the payment system, and the video call system with the AI technology, really specific for language learning. So yeah, if you are familiar with Teachable and Kajabi, you can say that. So it's actually Teachable plus all the video call system powered by AI, specific for language learning.
Okay. Then, Giuseppe, there is a question, if you scroll down, from Camilo, who said how this system contributes to the student retention.
Yes, thank you for the question. And yeah, sorry, I missed that because I was looking at the top. So Camilo, thank you so much for the question. The way actually the system contributes is because the system is personalized to each individual student. So we discovered actually personalization is linked a lot with engagement and retention. So if we go in this graph actually here, we see actually that a higher level of personalization means higher level of engagement, and higher level of engagement means more retention for students. The reason is because if the students gets all the content is personalized, especially during the flop part of the classroom, that the content gets super personalized for the student go back to the platform much longer, because then the content is kind of like his knowledge base about the language and that he's learning. So that the student is coming back more often to the platform. Whereas if you're going to these kind of generic language learning tools, the content is not personalized, therefore is not relevant for the student. Engagement is lower. Yeah. Okay, I think that's great. So we really hope we can see you guys into, in the live call. We can do some Italian lessons so you can discover more how the system works. I really encourage to do that. It takes just a few minutes, and you can experience firsthand the learning experience in the platform. And yeah.
So looking forward to speak to all of you in our platform. So we just remember to book your session and your favorite time, and you can experience the student journey through our platform. And thank you so much for your time and for joining us today.
Thank you so much, guys. It's always a pleasure, and I hope to see you really soon. Stay tuned for the next webinar.
Exactly.
Bye.
Bye.